What sound is always playing, but only you can hear it? For each of us, this is the voice within, our own inner dialogue. As humans, we move throughout our days with this internal conversation that stays rambling. Sometimes it's quiet. Other times it is maddening for as loud as it gets. Science tells us these internal conversations are a part of our brain waves, which we have simplified to call the thinking mind. These are the rhythms of our thoughts as we navigate the world around us. For me, a human with a very chatty mind, I found myself curious about these internal conversations, and I wanted to somehow harness them. First, through observation. My constant seeking to watch the internal chatter would have me traveling across the globe, arriving finally to what has changed the exchanges within my inner world, and now my interaction with the outer world. Sound. The harmonics and overtones of sound, to be specific. Determined to watch this internal dialogue, to see how it was separate from who I am, and to somehow make it an ally, I would tune into sound. I had discovered the harmonics and overtones of sound to be a powerful tool for inner observation and exploration. Notice how a simple chime brings your attention into the present moment, gently quieting those voices within. So how does sound work? We know that sound is a term for vibrations, traveling through the air and other mediums as sound waves. Humans, we generally hear sound wave frequencies between 20 to 20,000 hertz. But it's our thinking mind that tunes into sounds closest to 20. This keeps the brain awake and actively making sense of the world around, which we know is important, but the brain also needs a break. With this constant conversation occurring within, the brain is also seeking stillness. And this is where the power of sound comes to help. While our brains are in the thinking mind patterns, the harmonics and overtones of sounds, they promote a sense of relaxation, clarity, even creativity. These different frequencies, they bring the mind to a calmer state, which we call the meditative mind. While the brain begins to make sense of these different frequencies, it adapts, quieting the voices within. And if you're not needing to be meditative, sound also works the other direction, creating frequencies beyond the thinking mind, which provide a point of focus and a sense of heightened awareness. For example, when you use an instrument like the tingsha. Studies also show us that sound activates different parts of the brain, stimulating, yes, that sense of relaxation and clarity, but also emotional response. And this is all because sound induces transformative changes to our brains, fostering neuroplasticity and the reshaping of our neural networks. We are capable of reshaping our minds through sound. And the best part, sound is accessible to anyone willing to listen. Sound creates an open space for this inner observation and self-exploration, first by quieting our minds, then inviting wonder. The harmonics and overtones of sound, they can be found in nature, sound baths, and binaural beats, allowing these listeners to tap into a deeper aspect of themselves and the meditative mind. And while there, reorganizing their thoughts away from the fluster and the natural pull of the thinking mind's chatter. As a sound facilitator, I hold space for individuals to use sound for this inner observation and self-exploration. Like any other form of meditation, it does take practice, but the results can also be immediate. Sound clients often remark leaving session with that sense of relaxation and emotional release, but also physical relief. In just a moment, I invite you to try these sounds. I will be playing for you a variety of sounds and layers that reiterate to resonate how sound connects the body, the mind, and the inner being, leading people to this inner observation and self-exploration. For the next few moments, let sound take your attention inward. We come to the present moment first by connecting to our breath. Allow your next 3 exhales to be slow and heard. Remember, our voices and breathing are also rhythmic sound instruments. Allow these sounds to be an invitation to observe your inner world. Let these sounds wash over you as you notice where your mind goes and what you experience. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Satir Gamaya Mrityorman Amratan Gamaya. Sound is all around, waiting for us to listen. For me, sound became the light in the dark, illuminating the constant conversations within. May sound be a guide for you also into the sacred space of your own inner truth. Namaskaram.